You look at it in the car, at the office, and even in the bathroom. With wearable popularity at an all-time high, smartwatches are very quickly becoming an important part of our daily routine, constantly feeding us notifications and reminding us that we're late for meetings. What's going on, guys? I'm Mark Linsengen from Techno Buffalo, and now that Android Wear is available on the market, Google is promising us a very exciting wearable future. With Google Now integration and the ability to control everything with only your voice, sending messages and setting reminders has never been so convenient. And with the proper app support, you'll be able to do even more down the road right from your wrist. But these devices still need to overcome one major hurdle: the sun. When outdoors, devices like the G-Watch and Gear Live are pretty much useless because they're nearly impossible to see under bright light. And that's not a criticism to Android Wear, but of the early hardware we've seen so far. I've been using the G-Watch for about 2 weeks now, and I've noticed that trying to read notifications or even the time while outside is very hard to do. John noticed the same thing using the Gear Live. That essentially strips away all of the utility, making these devices nothing more than a boring, inexpensive fashion accessory. The G-Watch uses an IPS display with a very reflective glass, and even in max brightness, you can barely see anything. Now, over the 4th of July holiday, I remember sitting by the beach and getting a notification. Instead of reaching for my phone, I looked at my wrist, but it was really hard to see what it said. I just ended up using my phone instead. The LG G-Watch and Samsung Gear Live both have a beautiful 1.6 or so inch screens. The G-Watch has an IPS LCD touchscreen display with a resolution of 280 by 280, while the Gear Live comes equipped with a Super AMOLED touchscreen display with a resolution of 320 by 320. They both look pretty great on your wrist under the right conditions, but not being able to see the screen in broad daylight can be a huge deal to some. You can't mention smartwatches without mentioning Pebble. A device like the Pebble Steel uses an e-paper LCD display, so it's visible in all lighting conditions. You may not get a beautiful color display like the G-Watch or Gear Live, but nonetheless, the Pebble screen has its benefits. It does what it's supposed to do: tells you the time, feeds you notifications, and reminds you of upcoming events. Even in the middle of the day, you can read your notifications just fine. Android Wear devices show a lot of potential, but they'll need to overcome these hardware issues before they have a chance of finding a home on an average consumer's wrist. You can see it fine in restaurants, at the office, or when you're home at night. But for someone who spends time outdoors, these early Android Wear devices probably aren't for you. We're hopeful for something like the Moto 360 will do better, but we're not holding our breath. We're still testing these two out before our final review, but we thought we'd share some of our thoughts of the hardware. So what do you guys think of the early Android Wear devices? Do these issues prevent you from buying one? Let us know in the comments down below. I'm Mark Linsengen from Techno Buffalo, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe right here to be the first ones to know whenever new videos get uploaded. We got a ton of stuff. We do phones, tablets, cars, anything that has to do with consumer electronics that has to be plugged in or uses batteries, we review.